Hello, beautiful learners. Hope you're doing great. I'm also good by the grace of Almighty. So it's a day 18 of IELTS listening practice test with answers and proper explanation for beginner. I mean those who are in level A1 and A2. So this lesson will be completely for the beginners. Okay. So before going to start our class, I just need to check whether you can hear me as well as the audio check. Okay, let me give me a few sec to check out it. Okay.
You will hear a number of different recordings, and you have to answer questions on what you hear. There'll be time for you to...
So I hope you are listening me as well as the audio check as I already checked it. So now we can start our practice. Okay, so here we can listen the instruction from the lady as she was talking. So let's listen the instruction from her. Okay.
to read the instructions and questions, and you have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played only once. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers into your answer sheet. Now turn to Section 1. Section 1.
So I hope you got the instruction from her. Now let's read the screen as we are seeing. Okay. Answer the following questions using no more than 3 words and a number for each answer. Okay. So here in question number 1, we can read that on which day and date does the women want to fly to Tornado? So now we are going to listen it for which day and date. Here, let me highlight it and let's listen it.
You will hear a talk between a customer and 10. Now listen carefully and answer question. Book a flight to Toronto, please.
Certainly. Flying from Sydney?
Yes, on Thursday, please.
Thursday the 16th, right? There are 3 flights that day.
So the lady was saying on Thursday, and the man was saying Thursday the 16th, right? So Thursday 16th would be the answer. Let me put it. Thursday, so 16th be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 2. What class does the women want to fly in? So what class? Now we are going to listen it. Let's listen it.
Do you prefer flying with any particular airline?
I've heard that Air Canada is good, but expensive. Is there a big difference in prices between the airlines? I'll be flying business class.
Yeah.
So the lady was saying I will be flying business class. So business would be the answer. Let me put it. And with business would be the answer. Now let's listen it for question number 3. What is the lowest price for a ticket on the days the customer has chosen? How much dollar? Okay, now let's listen is what's the lowest price? Let's listen it.
Yes, there is. Air Canada is the most expensive airline at $4,000 to $6,000 for business class, depending on the date of return. Qantas is $3,000 to $6,000, and Pacific, the budget airline, charges between $2,000 and $3,500.
Wow, that's quite a difference in prices. I'm returning on from Wednesday 22nd, so could you check the return prices for me?
Sure. Let me just enter the return date into the computer. OK. Air Canada has tickets for $4,600. Qantas has them for $4,200. Pacific has tickets for $3,200. Those prices all include taxes and surcharges.
OK. Before I make a decision, I would like to know the departure and arrival times in both.
So the lady was saying The menu saying Pacific has tickets for 3,200. So 3,200 will be the lowest price. Okay, and here we can see what does the ticket prices include. Okay, I hope we already listened the answer as the menu is saying those price all include taxes and charges. Okay, let me put it taxes and surcharges. Okay, surcharges. Now let's listen to question number 5. So complete the following from information about the flight time using no more than one word or a time for each gap. So we are allowed to write one word and a time for each answer. So here we have okay 6 column. In the first column we can see it's all about airline, and the second column it's all about outward flight departure, and in the third column we can see its return flight arrival departure, and the third column we can see stopover arrival. Okay, now let's listen it for question 5. Cut the okay Qantas blah blah. Now we are going to listen it for Qantas outward flight departure. Okay, let's listen it.
Both directions.
Of course. Let's look at Air Canada first. Leaves Sydney at 10 a.m. and arrives in Toronto at 10 a.m. local time. There's a stopover in Vancouver. The Qantas flight leaves Sydney at 1:45 and arrives at 10:15 a.m.
Okay, so as the menu is saying, the Qantas flight leaves Sydney at 1:45. So 1:45 will be the answer. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 6. The stopover arrival. Okay, sorry, the stopover. Okay, let's listen it. Stopover where? Let's listen it.
There's also a stopover in Vancouver, but it's shorter than the Air Canada one.
So the menu is saying there also a stopover in Vancouver. So Vancouver will be the answer. Let me put it. C-O-U-P Vancouver. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 7. Now we are going to listen it for departure time of our departure time of Pacific. Let me highlight it and let's listen it.
Pacific flies via Los Angeles and leaves at 6:15, arriving at
And leaves at 6:15. So 6:15 will be the answer. Let me put it. Okay. Now let's listen it for question number 8. We are going to listen it for Pacific return flight departure. Okay, let's listen it.
11:55 p.m.
Oh, that doesn't sound very convenient. Flying by Pacific, I mean.
Well, budget airlines do offer cheaper tickets, but they are often not so advantageous in other ways.
How about the returned flights?
Let me check. The Air Canada flight leaves Toronto at 4 o'clock and arrives at 6 o'clock local time. The Qantas flight leaves at 9 a.m. and arrives at 11 a.m. local time in Sydney. The Pacific flight leaves Toronto at 10:25.
So 10:25 will be the answer as the man was saying. 10:25. Okay, now let's listen it for question number 9 and 10. And here we can see that answer the following questions using no more than 3 words for each answer. Just keep it here in mind. We are allowed to write 3 words here. Okay, so let's read the question for 9. What's the customer's full name? So customer's full name, let's listen it and let's write it.
and arrives at 6:10 local time in Sydney. Again, not very convenient timing.
No, it isn't. Are the stopovers the same as on the outward journey?
Yes, they are.
Well, I have a business appointment on Wednesday the 22nd in the morning, so unfortunately I can't take the Qantas flight. The Pacific flight times are too inconvenient, so I'll take the Air Canada flight, even though it's more expensive.
Right, I'll book that for you, shall I? Do you have your passport with you?
Yes, I do. Here you are.
Thank you. I'll just enter your details. Okay. Could you just check this printout? Make sure that I've spelt your name correctly and have written your passport number correctly too. Will you be paying by credit card?
Yes, I have a company credit card. Here you are. Oh, my name is Reese with a C, not with an S.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll correct that. R-E-E-C-E.
And my given names are hyphenated.
So the man was saying, pronouncing that R-E-E-C, sorry, R-E-E-C-E, okay. And the lady was, okay.
R-E-E-C-E.
And my given names are hyphenated. Mary-Ann, with an E. Oh, you've got that, sorry.
Okay, Mary-Ann. Joined together with a hyphen.
Okay, the lady was saying, I'm sorry, I'll correct. The lady was saying, my given name is Mary Anne. So Mary Anne. Y Anne. As she was saying, also Mary hyphen Annie. So Mary Annie. Mary hyphen Annie. Rich. Okay. So let's listen to focus number 10 and the last one. In this lesson, okay, which company does she work for? Let's listen it.
Hyphen. Is the passport number okay?
Yes. Could you give me an official invoice, please? I need it for my company.
Certainly. Shall I use the company name as it appears on the credit card? ABC Stocks.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Could you sign
ABC stock. Let me put it. Stocks. Stocks. As the man of saying, shall I use the company name as it appears on the credit card? ABC Stocks. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and that's all about today's lesson. So I will see you in the next lesson tomorrow. So till then I have to say bye.